massive amount of spending that accompanied the CARES Act and the Fed's operations to re-stimulate the economy. The enormity of how much was spent and leveraged is just like hard to grasp. And the idea that we can't afford something that will be deeply generative for society, right? Just spent a lot of money was mainly on like protecting the pocketbooks of the wealthy and corporations. And in a much smaller sense, we also kept people surviving, right? I mean, we did spend money in ways that I agree with, but the majority of the money was spent to just bail out the wealthy or protect them from further economic losses. But the idea that we can't afford something that is positive for the vast majority of society, that is positive for the planet, and that while I don't want to at all argue that the Green New Deal would be like a path to growth, but I do think it would be regenerative in an economic and environmental sense to invest in our future, right? To like invest in protecting ourselves from the worst of climate change, to invest in reducing emissions to mitigate further climate change, to invest in ways to make our communities greener, more walkable, more bikeable, more racially and economically integrated, to invest in, rebuilding our schools and other buildings so that they don't use toxic building materials and don't emit things and don't, combust fuel in order to keep us warm or cool. And all of these are net positives. The idea that the wealthiest society in the world can't afford to invest in the future and protect us from the difficult changes that climatically that lie ahead, when we always have apparently trillions of dollars to bail out whether it's Wall Street or in this latest case non-financial firms. I think it's increasingly ridiculous argument, and I hope that the left in Congress, because we have a little more of a left, I'm not referring to the Democratic Party as a whole, but to a bunch of new people that got elected that are progressives, I hope that they never give in to that austerity argument, never give in to the how are we going to pay for it argument, which is always a trick because we pay for things all the time. We just pay for the wrong things. We pay for war, we pay for police, we pay for tax cuts for the rich, which come out of the sort of public pocketbook. And so affording is never the issue. It's how we're going to use the resources, both sort of like real resources and monetary resources that we have as a society to move us forward to a more equal and climate safer future.